It's kind of, I mean, if we're not really paying attention, a lot of parents kind of think, well, it's child hard, no what?
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
And so, I mean, as much as you think that it's obvious, it's not sometimes very obvious to point out, is your child hearing really where it should be?
And I mean, there
Because
are
then
other...
you're shouting and you think, well, unless I shout at you, you're not listening.
Yeah, I always tell parents do the bang, do the, you know, no voice per se, just to see if they hear that tone. But I think that also, just like we do with vision, you start to see a child struggling. If you see a child not responding or responding slowly, sometimes they do respond, but that's a slow response. That's a conversation to have with the health center, with the doctor, whomever is providing wellness care for your child.
Or responding to only louder
tones, or sometimes even softer tones.
Okay.
They
So
may
if
not
I'm
be able to
speaking
hear
to
those
you.
high frequencies.
Okay.
Exactly.
It never actually occurred to me because, like you said, as in Marsha's case, her daughter was hearing, but I also thought that my son was hearing, but it never really occurred to me until it became part of the check.
Right.
That, wait a minute, they're sending him to have a check because it's very possible he may not be hearing
Tell
some
us
things.
your experience. What was it like? Is it he was not hearing or was not?
No, he at the age of 2.5, he seemed to become startled very easily.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, he just cried, and he would cry for hours on end, and it just wouldn't end. And we couldn't understand what was going on. And then little by little, his vocabulary just started to disappear. This was a child who was reading at the age of 2. He knew the word the, he knew zoo, all the, a few 3-letter words. But then he just started pointing with his chin. Ma, da, and ti were the 3 words, and everything else was lost. And it was a real struggle to find out what was going on because, of course, what he was experiencing was that we now know is a meltdown, was because of something else.